both of us, I think. She was excited that she was finally going to see the house after begging me for years to let her see it, and because I'd taken her out of school early for the Christmas break to do it. But I could tell she was nervous, like me. Beth! The door swung open, and in front of us stood a small, smartly dressed older woman, a wide smile on her face. I relaxed just a little. Sally, I said, smiling back. Here we are. Here you are. And Izzy, come on in, you two. You must be shattered, she said with her strong Scottish lilt. I had lost most of mine during my decade in London. In the light of the hall, I reached for her and we shared a long hug. I had missed her. It had been ages since she had been down to London to see us. Phone calls just weren't the same. Everyone is in bed, Sally said when we drew back, raising an eyebrow, obviously working out what my plan had been. Relaxing even more, I glanced around the vast hall. It looks different, I said, the decor lighter and simpler than I remembered it. The large, imposing grandfather clock, one of our family's heirlooms, was still there, though, ticking loudly, the only sound in the silent house. A shiver ran down my back at the memories pouring in. I'll take you to your rooms, let you get a good night's sleep. Sally took one of the cases and led us up the wide, ornate staircase. I thought about how I used to slide down the banister as a child, and how much I was told off for doing it. And then I thought about the last time I had walked down it, hurrying as softly as I could, trying not to wake anyone, about to do a midnight flit. Sally had been with me then, too, helping me out of the back door, even though she had begged me to stay. Everywhere was quiet at the hall, the household all in bed except for Sally waiting up for us. She had been the housekeeper at Glendale Hall since I was a baby, and long before. She was probably nearing retirement, I thought. Not that anyone would dare to mention such a thing to her. Sally was as permanent a fixture as the staircase. I thought you'd like rooms next to one another, Sally said, opening up one of the guest bedroom doors for Izzy. This room is almost as big as our flat, Izzy said in wonder when Sally switched on the light. There were 8 bedrooms in the house, all spacious with high ceilings. Izzy had never known anything quite like it. I'll come and say goodnight in a bit, I told Izzy, leaving her to get settled as I went next door, pausing in the doorway as Sally wheeled my case in. I'd never planned to be back in this room. I slowly walked in behind her. My childhood bedroom now looked like any other guest room, all neutral and clean and tidy. The only sign it had once been mine was the small teddy bear sitting on the chair by the window. Tet's still here, I said in surprise. He's been waiting for you, Sally replied. It's good to have you back here, Beth. We weren't sure that you would come. Nor was I. This is so strange. I didn't think I'd ever sleep here again. The house has never been the same since you left. She looked away, and I felt a lump rise up in my throat. Sleep well, she said shortly, leaving hastily. I looked around and shivered again. The last time I'd stood in the room, I'd been throwing as many of my things as I could into a bag, tears streaming down my face. Ducking out before memories from my past could overwhelm me, I went to check on Izzy. She was already in her pyjamas, brushing her teeth in the ensuite bathroom. On her bed, waiting for her, was a book, and her own teddy, which she had had since she was a baby. I shook my head at how organised she always was. She'd been packed for 2 days, whereas I had packed half an hour before.